Okay. Shall we? Good morning, everybody. My name is David. It's a pleasure to be here to speak today briefly about what went wrong in our project, and specifically about in MVP that we built. What we do in our company is that we have a vision to reduce lines. We fight lines in any big event, any occasion, conferences, congresses, festivals, big events that typically you come over. First impression is a queue, line, terrible, waste of time, waste of energy. And obviously this is something that we can help with using software and hardware. So this is what we do. We're lucky to be invested by Czech entrepreneur, Mr. Janeček Karel. His incubator, Up21, is based in Prague, and we were quite lucky to be with them also in Silicon Valley, San Francisco. Also, today will be here my co-founder, Lexi, John Mikesh, who will speak also about technical stuff. I'm the business guy, so I probably am the only business guy here, but don't worry about that. I will try to speak as technically as possible for me, because we will go through what went wrong here. Now, everybody is, let's say, aware of the concept of MVP, minimum viable product. Just not if we get the connection there. So everybody knows what the MVP is and what is it for, right? So this was where we went with other startups. We've been chosen to be in a Rocketspace where all these startups had the same location. We sat on the same chairs. We got wet on the same locations. So basically, we knew everything, right? We spent there like 3-4 weeks learning every day all the things about how to build it, how to do it right, what not to do, what went wrong in these startups, etc., etc., etc. All the know-how was, unfortunately, theoretical, right? So we came back from the US. We had the money. We had quite a nice team with both development and business side. So, theoretically, right, let's do the business, let's do it right. We cannot do any mistake after all that, right? So, this is the question. You stand at the front, you have all the projects, all the materials that you had mentors to help you to create. And you say, oh, this is wrong, obviously I will not do that. This is right, obviously I will do that, right? So, let's see how was our first MVP after all that. I didn't bother to translate it in English, but let me help you out a little bit. This is a presentation for investor, okay? So after all that, after all the know-how, we said, hey, let's do like the final product description. What will the MVP will have, okay? So let's see what we thought that we need, absolutely, the minimum. So absolutely, you need login via Facebook, Google. Obviously, this is a minimum. You need integration of sales in the Facebook. Now, let's go step back. We do reduce lines, nothing else. Okay, this is the MVP. This is the logic. This is the vision. This is everything we've built. We said we want to reduce lines. Come on, this is quite simple, right? But now, after a couple of months, we are in the same position, same vision, same ideas. But we've created this. This is the MVP, guys. So, integration of the ticket sales in Facebook. We need that, absolutely. Discounts. We need discounts, absolutely. For reducing lines, this is a must. Analytics, tracking codes of Google, a mobile application. We need statistics, exports of data. We need floor plans, of course. Why not? This is MVP, so why not? Floor plans, reservation of tickets. We need a license to be accounted for. Up here, we need payments, invoices, accounting. We need also to manage orders and guests, right? We need ticketing responsive form, so you can buy tickets, right? Then multi-language, multi-currency, you need some additional info for your order, for a ticket, and some super admin, etc. Guys, this is something that went for us. went quite, sorry, something doesn't really work here. Okay. It's Mac. It doesn't supposed to frozen, right? Okay, let's do. That's the idea, okay? So yeah, something went a little bit wrong. This was all the know-how, all the things, and this is the result, really? So this was basically the face of our investor, right? So now, what we've learned from this lesson? Sorry, I'm not a Mac user, but I will try my best. Okay, so keep it simple and stupid, or simple stupid. You probably know this principle. We needed ourselves to look, above to our project once again and say, okay, is this really necessary? Is this really minimum? This is where we are right now. We have a new project, let's say new product. The old one, we just wrap up. We did our best to keep it simple and stupid. But right now, where we think the MVP shall be is to be driven by business. You have customers, you have some relationship, and you know what they will give you as a feedback, right? So this is a first. Then there is absolutely essential development, and then you have a client. So all this will take you, in our perspective, to the MVP. And still, think about keeping it simple, right? It doesn't need to be everything. It doesn't need to have a ticketing. We created Eventbrite, guys. From our MVP to reduce lines, we've created basically an Eventbrite. How stupid we were. Like, this is a really, really not simple way to do MVP, right? So that was basically what I'm trying to tell you. So the old against the new one. Now, this slide is what I believe a summary of where we think is needed and where we make first steps with our product, okay? We don't need backend at the very beginning. We created a front end. We created something that we can show to users, show to customers, show to potential business partners, and they give us a feedback. Then, after all this, we have a feedback. Then we go to prospects and ask about, hey, do you really like that? I mean, how much would you be willing to pay if this would be the reality? And we sometimes hear 0, this is stupid. Somebody tells us, oh, okay, this is quite nice. This product can earn me money, so why not to share, right? If you deliver, we will deliver. So this is third. Then you have a business. My perspective, the business means planning. I know it sounds a little bit boring, but at the end, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It was Benjamin Franklin, this sentence. So this is something I have on my mind. I really like to plan. Maybe plans can change a lot, but at the end, this is a plan. So this is like a business planning, okay? After that, we can approach investors because we have all the materials they will probably ask us for. What is the product? What are your customers? Did you receive a feedback? What are your business plans? So the fifth is investor. If you want them, obviously, this doesn't. It's not an essential thing to have, but it's quite nice sometimes. And then we switch to backend. Then we do the algorithms. Then we do the plannings. How this will work with that. But guys, this is a sixth, okay, step for our perspective right now. And then we are able to deliver minimum yet viable. If you compare it with the previous, we started with backend. Oh, this is something we need to have. Wow, come on, look at the competitor there. Oh, they have also this, so we need to do it as well. At the end, we've created a monster, not minimum viable, okay? So this is what I'm basically trying to deliver today. Think about the minimum. Think about what is really viable for your product from both the business and development, and also just, feel free to ask the client. It's simple as that. If I can use the know-how I received in Silicon Valley, this is the message, nothing else. Just really be concentrated on that. Don't think that you need to, build the giant, to build a software like we did. It's really not essential. So, guys, This is our MVP. That's it. Just one line where you can put the code of the ticket, and you just enter digital line. That's it. No ticketing, no selling, no administration. I don't know what was there before. This is it. So the old against the new one is basically this, something that will function, something that will help you get first customers and first feedback, something that will help you even earn money on that, and build on that, something bigger, right? You can add more functions, you can do, but this is minimum viable. Back to that. So guys, that's basically everything that I wanted to tell you. Thank you very much. This is my contacts. If you need anything, any further questions, I'm here to hopefully answer. Thank you.